We are Rob and Michelle. We used to live on a sailboat that we sailed all through the Caribbean. We have since traded our sails in for airplane seats. Please join us on all of our travels, both near and far, and see where our adventures take us.
Well, can you guess where the sailing tourists are going next?
I don't know. Kind of hard to miss.
We're going to be on this ship a very long time. We'll give you more updates as we come up. But for now, let's get on board.
Now the first thing you do, and it's not getting a cocktail, is to walk about the ship to find your room along with the 3,500 other passengers. There's only 15 decks and 1,780 cabins, so no problem. We are walking, still walking. Oh geez, are we there yet? Finally, our room. And now here's our room. I can't believe I didn't take any pics. So let me tell you about our cruise. We leave Los Angeles and sail 4 days to Honolulu, where we'll have 2 days in port. Then we'll sail 5 days to Papeete, Tahiti, where we'll have 2 days in port. The stop in America Samoa was canceled, so from Tahiti we continue on to New Zealand and Australia. But we'll tell you more about that later. Now back to the ship.
The ship's so big that we have to back all the way down around to get out of here.
It's hard to believe we used to be that little sailboat. It's so tiny compared to this behemoth of a cruise ship. "25
days going to Australia." We'll give you an update as we get along here. Well, this is the second day at sea. As you can see, the seas are very calm. See a little high clouds.
Now, if you're looking to save money on your alcohol tab, Rob found these bottles that look like regular shampoo and conditioner bottles, but you can fill with your favorite alcohol instead. Another tip is to take your water bottle ashore, buy a bottle of liquor, and pour it inside your water bottle. The at-sea days kind of run into one another, but there's always something to do on board. You can listen to some music, do some dancing, watch different performances, have something to eat, go for a swim or soak in a hot tub, watch a movie, and of course drink. Then go to bed so you can do it all over the next day. Now by this time, we are all ready to get off the ship at our first port of call, Honolulu. Rob purchased our tickets to go see the Pearl Harbor Memorial online, so we hopped on a city bus to go check it out. To make entry easier, we recommend you buy your tickets beforehand and be prepared to lock up your stuff, as no bags are allowed inside.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard.
All the way on and pictures on your way out, please.
Okay, now go.
Hey folks, there's no line at this time. You have to go all the way on in. There's no line. There's people shopping, I guess. There's no line. Proceed straight on in. Please clear this entry for us.
Out there where that white buoy is, the bow of the ship. And that white buoy there is the stern of the ship. This is a very beautiful memorial. This marble wall is where the names of 1,177 crewmen who lost their lives on the USS Arizona. And this American flag flies from the flagpole attached to the severed mainmast of the sunken battleship. Once finished, we were all herded back to the boat to be ferried ashore to watch a movie.
The American military knew that a surprise Japanese attack on Hawaii was possible, and they thought they were prepared. General Short believed, however, that the great danger was not air attack, but saboteurs. To make his aircraft easier to guard, he ordered them parked wingtip to wingtip, their guns unloaded, in the center of the airfields. 6 o'clock a.m., 220 miles north of Oahu. Still undetected, Nagumo turned his carriers into the wind and launched his planes. First, the fighters. Then the attack planes, carrying special armor-piercing bombs to hit the battleships, or aerial torpedoes modified to run in the shallow waters of Pearl Harbor. Last, the dive bombers. 183 planes in all. 30 minutes later, a second wave of 167 planes followed. Fort Shafter. The officer on duty there assumed that the planes were our own B-17s, due in that day from California. The radar operators were told, "Don't worry about it."
Huh.
The radar had detected the Japanese strike force. At 7:48 a.m., they hit Kaneohe Bay Naval Air Station. At Ford Island Naval Air Station, dive bombers tore apart the seaplanes and their hangars. The radio operator banged out a desperate message. "Air raid Pearl Harbor, this is not drill." Then, their torpedo planes struck. The cruiser Helena was hit, and the concussion shook apart the old mine layer Oglala. She sank. On the north side of Ford Island, the cruiser Raleigh and the training ship Utah were hit. Utah capsized, taking 58 men with her. Other torpedo planes swung around the harbor entrance and attacked from the south. Their target, the great ships moored along Battleship Road. Within minutes, West Virginia, Oklahoma, and California were all hit and sinking. West Virginia settled on the shallow bottom. Hit by 2 torpedoes, California began to list and would have turned over, but was counterflooded in time. She too sank upright. But Oklahoma rolled over too quickly to be saved. Within minutes, hundreds of seamen were trapped inside. 429 men died with Oklahoma. Arizona, a few minutes after 8. An armor-piercing bomb went through her deck and ignited the forward ammunition magazine. Thousands of tons of ammunition exploded. No one who heard that sound would ever forget it. 1,177 men died in those moments. Caught off guard, men fought back from all around the harbor as best they could. Sailors, soldiers, and Marines showed courage and resourcefulness.
After the movie, we checked out the rest of the site, including the actual anchor from the USS Arizona. The next day in port, we just meandered about. We passed by Hawaii's Judicial Building, where the statue of King Kamehameha, he's the first king of Hawaii. And across the street is the Iolani Palace, which was the royal residence of the rulers of the Kingdom of Hawaii. This unique landmark is the only palace built on U.S. soil. We stopped by a cool-looking bar and sat down for a drink. Walked by the stone church built in 1842 out of coral slabs. We then walked through a park and smelled the flowers and inspected a cannon. Then we walked over to the Aloha Tower, which is a retired lighthouse, and it's considered an iconic symbol of Hawaii. We couldn't go up in the tower, so we settled for some Hawaiian shaved ice. After 2 days in Honolulu, we set sail to Tahiti, and in doing so, we get across the equator. In order to be allowed to cross the equator, we must take part in a very important ritual.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and welcome to the official ceremony of the Majestic Princess, an old tradition performed at sea for many years. A ceremony where we, the guests and crew of the ship, must ask permission to cross the equator. Neptune is here today to invite into his realm the lowly and scurvy pollywogs, who have until this day never, ever, ever crossed the equator.
Once the ritual is complete, we are awarded a certificate and have moved from being a pollywog to a shellback. There was one more thing we had to do before arriving in Tahiti, is to complete a COVID test.
Look at the boot colors and look what's wrong with them, honey. Yep. Do you see it?
Backwards.
Huh?
Backwards.
Yeah, it's all red right reacher. Opposite world.
Here's our first glimpse of Papeete. Our friend Mark is here in the marina, Hopefully we'll get a chance to see him while we're here. We weren't able to meet up with Mark until later, so we walked down to the ferry terminal. There is a 30-minute ferry that will take us to the island of Moorea. Not sure what's there, but it sounds like fun. The island of Tahiti is 403 square miles, where the island of Moorea is only 52 square miles. And we were surprised to get off the ferry and see, well, nothing. At least there were a couple of car rentals and a scooter rental. We headed over to the scooter rental, but they were all sold out. We lucked out and picked up a car at Avis for a few hours. So, a traveler note, reserve a scooter or car ahead of time. Now this is more what I was expecting to see here. This is beautiful. We continued on and saw a sign for Belvedere Viewpoint. Gotta check that out. We followed the skinny, windy road 5 kilometers up to the viewpoint. Definitely worth the drive up. And here's a few more pics. The entire island is very pretty. Hey look, there's another ML here. Our 4-hour time limit on the rental car was up, so we headed back on a very full ferry. And we even enjoyed an impromptu jam session on board. We were able to hang out with our friend Mark on his boat, and later we walked around the boardwalk by the marina. He told us to check out the Le Marché market, so we did that the following day. This extensive market sells everything from handicrafts and souvenirs to fruit, vegetables, and fish. Perfect place to pick up a souvenir. We then met up with some interesting tour guides, but they were running around like chickens with their head cut off, so we gave up on them and carried on. We came across Bougainville Park, a big open space where people just like to hang out, and there's even a big tree. After quite a bit of walking around, we found our way back to the waterfront. And what time is it, Rob? Not literally.
12 o'clock somewhere. It's always 6 o'clock somewhere.
You're supposed to say it's time for a cocktail.
Oh, okay. It's time for a cocktail.
While we enjoy our delicious yet expensive cocktails, here's a few more pics around town. Before we left, we were all treated to a local dance group. A very nice performance, all before saying farewell to Tahiti.
Oh, people flashing their lights.
Huh.
Oh, how cool is that? People on their cell
Oh,
phones.
that's kind of neat.
Oh, they're all waving their cell phones around.
Oh, this is day 16. They got the deck outside closed. Does it have 4-meter seas, 30-knot winds?
You want to see how windy it is out here? Got like 30-knot winds. So when we open up the door, it's like an instant crazy wind tunnel. Well, let's see. Of course, it takes 2 hands to pull it open. Okay. That's like you feel a big suction change.
Actually didn't make as loud of a sound as I thought it would.
Okay, down a little bit.
As I said before, it was like...
A few moments later.
Quickie Chicken's wondering what the heck's going on out here. It's almost like sleet coming down. No good. This is supposed to be warm and 80 degrees.
Where's the
sunshine?
Where's the sunshine?
From Tahiti, we sail 6 days to New Zealand, where we'll have 3 ports of call. Then 2 more days, and we disembark in Sydney.
This is our first view of Tauranga, New Zealand. Our first stop in New Zealand.
I know. In the middle of the night when we were sleeping.
Pretty cute little protected anchorage over there. Looks quite peaceful. Probably until the cruise ship came in and jostled everybody awake.
Freezing their asses off.
Probably with their diesel fire heaters going.
So this is where our story ends for now. Stay tuned for part 2 of our cruise. And here's a few things to look forward to. How on earth do we end up in Phuket? Don't forget to give us a like and hit that subscribe button to see our future videos. Thank you so much for watching our video, and we hope to see you soon.